Good afternoon, Del Rio. Yeah, 709, 708, and welcome to your elections results here live on KWMC. The road to November 2026 takes a little pit stop for you NASCAR drivers, for you Indy car drivers. We're taking a little pit stop today, May the 2nd, and coming to you live here at the courthouse as we bring you city, school, and hospital election results. With me here, no other than I would love to have these great election results with, other than the owner of the radio station. I say the best hair, El Jorge Ramos de Del Rio. Memo Garza, compadre, how we doing?
Hey, Junior, how are you? Good, good. We're just here live waiting here at the Valverde County Courthouse where we are waiting for the results. Elections should be closed. Polls should be closed. They should close at 7, depending on how people were there still in line.
And that is our first guest here, finally here now, just walking here into our area. But yes,
they close the polls at 7, so let's see how long it takes. And usually these aren't, I don't want to say not important elections, but as big as an election, right? And I mean in numbers of how many candidates and how many things have to be counted. It is a smaller number, so we should have the results. On our county one and the one that we had in March. That one took us till about 10 p.m. Let's hope this one, I know Miss.
She surprised us last time.
Miss Chapoy, yes, does a great job. She's been doing a great job of getting the results out quickly. So we hope that's the case this time, right?
And she does a great job. All her staff. Like to thank everybody.
Staff, yeah.
One thing that I do want to say before we get into is also thank our great sponsors of this great election coverage, starting with our good friend, Mr. Rick and Spanky Martinez of 5 Points Market, our good friends of Shotty's Jersey, Shane's Bourbon House, a Red Line Full Restoration LLC, our good friends at PDR Pros, your Ashley Home Store, and Mr. Robert Bo Nettleton for County Judge. Keep him in mind as the road for November gets a little bit closer. But yes, all those sponsors, and also like to thank all the candidates that
they did an awesome job.
They did an awesome job in what they did in promoting their campaign, and then the ones that chose us to advertise. Thank you so much.
To help them out.
Thank you so much.
Getting the word out, and remember, we also did. There were some candidates that weren't able to. These are elections that do not have a lot of. They don't get paid for these. These are. You could say all of these elections, right, or all the candidates. So. I know the budget was tight and stuff like that, so we invited them to our show so they can go and talk, and people can hear what their proposals are for each part that they're placing in or they're running in. So a big shout out to them. It also takes a lot of courage to put your hand in the ring and want to do something for your city, right?
Because there's so much that goes with that, because you have to sacrifice time from your job. You have to sacrifice time from your family, because you got to study. You got to be at these events. You got to be at ribbon cuttings. You got to be at todo. Porque if you're not at those things, ¿qué van a decir?
No
haces nada. Nunca lo miramos.
Big shout out to all of them. Big shout out to all of them. That I think they all ran a clean, good race, right? You can say in the mayor's election, District 1, District 2, and at large place C. Also in the the school board. So congratulations to all of them for putting their hand in the ring, and let's see let's see how it goes.
The campaign crowd is starting to drive in here. You're starting to see everybody's campaigns.
Media, big shout out to our friends from the 830 Times. También they're here.
Mr. Joe, no sé cómo le va a hacer. He's wearing shorts.
Yes, sir.
Con estos zancudos, no sé. But let's go down with it here, compadre. Before, because something's telling me we might get early voting a little quicker. I get this itch, but we'll see. Talk to me. Let's talk about at-large place C. At-large place C, City Council. We
have Ms. Alexandra Falcón Calderón. We have Mr. Libroy Briones and Ms. Ernestina Martinez. So those are the candidates for at-large place C. And we'll be seeing who stays in that position, or if, since it's the 3 candidates, if there is a runoff.
Do you think there'll be a runoff in that?
I don't know. You never know. When it's too many candidates, I guess the votes get divided. But you never know. It could be, and that's why we always state and we always try to invite people to go out and vote, because each vote counts, right?
Very much.
One vote, 2 votes. We've heard from candidates that they've lost by 1 or 2 votes in the past. So it's something that we all need to go out and do as part as citizens of the city of Del Rio or Val Verde County. We need to do our part and go out and vote. But you know, we've always learned that Del Rio is a city where we don't. You know,
son flojos. I mean, they're
yeah.
but when it comes down to those three, you know, you got a former councilwoman that has tried. I think she even tried maybe at commissioner también. I can't remember. No, she just ran again for city council. Couldn't come up with a win again.
Yeah, when it was in her precinct.
Tina Martinez, she finished out a term in one position, then she went at large, and
now we have the new.
Yeah, she's looking to maybe continue that, or some young blood, Mr. Leroy Briones. You know, we've seen him here. You know, I think everybody ran a pretty good social media campaign, and what their respectives of it is. So you got 3 candidates. Do you foresee a runoff there, in your best opinion?
It's hard to say. Since it's 3 candidates, it's going to be hard to say. It just depends on how, you know, how people voted, right? That's simple. But you also got to take into consideration a lot of times the candidates get the feedback from the voters, but sometimes you can't trust the voters.
Can't trust the voters?
I mean, I'm not saying that you can't trust them in a good way. It's just that they might say they vote for one person, but they actually voted for another, because they don't want to be, you know, they don't want to look bad in front of all 3 candidates, or 4 candidates, or 5 or 6 candidates in this case in the mayor. But you never know. It's hard to gauge the
aura.
Yeah,
I honestly think we're going to have a 50+1 in that race. Who takes it? I honestly do believe so.
I think we're gonna have. We might have a runoff.
On that one,
in my opinion, yeah. So now the other ones, it should be. It's we have District 2. We have Mr. Lino Hernandez and Mr. David Scarborough. So those are 2 candidates that también they did good job. You know, promoting themselves and putting the word out and you know, getting in touch with people and stuff like that. But we'll see. That those are just 2, and then on the next one,
let's talk a little bit about Lino.
Oh, you want to talk?
Lino, you know, current still city employee. You know, he's in charge of like the civic center. Yes. He was in charge of the one now. He's still in charge of Park Polk. Pero pues, I don't know what happened to Park Polk.
It's been in the works for a while.
In the works in the wild. Now that's the facet of it. Mr. Scarborough, veteran. Involved in a lot of nonprofit organizations, still heavily involved in Laughlin Air Force Base. So that's a little bit of there. What do the voters think? Should we vote for somebody that has worked in the city, knows the administration, knows how it is to work on the budget, or
can we go vote for experience, right? Or
you know, hey, that military that already being in nonprofits, knowing the struggle. So let's see what the voters come out on that one. You know, you're going to get a 50+1 on that one.
Yeah,
so that one for sure. So that one, yeah. So now District 1.
District 1, we have Ms. Elsa Reyes and Jorge Vargas. Those are the 2 candidates.
Yes. So
I mean, we should. We were able to speak with Ms. Elsa. We did an interview with her. We didn't get any interview request from Mr. Vargas, but we'll have to see. That one, como dices, is just 2 candidates, so one should be able to take the win on that one. So
works at the fire department, Mr. George Vargas, and then Ms. Elsa. I think she does serve on the Main Street board, I do believe, and also has served in other boards and city council at one point, or no?
No, I don't think so. She worked in the city.
She worked in the city at the time. So definitely, you know, some there. Y ahora, let's go now. Ahora sí. El heavyweight, el Canelo contra el que queremos ver contra Benavides, de la buena,
bueno,
pero aquí hay puros undercards. Aquí hay puros undercards. So let's go. Who do we got?
We have Mr. James DeRoos, Mr. Alvaro Alarreola, Mr. Efraín Valdez, Mr. Lázaro Las Castro, Mr. Arturo Rodriguez, and Mr. Ryan Horning. So we were able to interview some of these candidates. Almost all of them, and I mean, they're all.
Yo, saludos!
They all, you know, got their views on what needs to be done in the city. So let's see who the city of Del Rio and the citizens pick to be our next mayor, right?
Yes,
for the city of
definitely.
Del Rio.
And that one, I honestly foresee very hard somebody getting a 50+1.
You never know. You never know.
But
yeah,
I mean, can
anything
somebody
can
just
happen.
come out and be like the Cubs and win
I
the
don't
World
know.
Series on
Well,
that one?
the only thing here you got to remember, it's 6 candidates,
Yeah.
so it's harder for them to get the 50+1,
Yes.
right? For one of them, but you never know. Anything can happen. Maybe. Maybe there is that option, or that might be that option that a lot of voters voted one way,
I would
right?
say about maybe 2,500 votes maybe that we got in total between early voting and today that I'm gauging ahorita. Now they said about close to 2, another at over there in Buena Vista, another close to 2 at the Civic Center, y pues unos trinkles entre Joe Ramos, the city, luego Comstock, maybe about 500-600. So definitely, guys. Oh, you know what? We're right in front of the courthouse. I got to give a special thanks to El Rivera, the county judge, for providing us the light, the space,
power,
and more than anything when I got here.
He always does or helps us out and helps all the media out, right? They always have the speaker. They have all the they have some lights here for everybody también. So it's good.
We're gonna go to our first commercial break as we
get
ready to bring Miss Carmen to see what her input is on the, there's big change coming. Possible what, 1, 2, 3 positions?
Yeah, 3 positions.
3 positions, that's about almost.
No, it's 4 positions.
4 positions, more than half. So,
District 1, District 2, and at large place C. Those are the ones in mayor also. So we've got four positions in the city council that are going to be changing, or they're might stay the same. We don't know.
Because ahí es cuando dice siempre cuando uno está en política dice, what can you count to? 3 or to 4?
Hopefully no runoff. And Junior, before we go to break, that's the other thing. I think people, when we have runoff, we're going to have another runoff in May 20-something, 26, I believe. It's going to be for the Valverde positions that didn't get the 50+1. So I think that's another thing that the citizens get tired of having to go vote. And I already voted for you, or I already voted for this, for this position, and why do I have to go vote again? And people get confused. People get tired of having to go vote, but it's our duty.
Yeah, it is.
Right? It's one of our biggest duty to go out and vote, so we can have people represent us. Now, which people? That's up to us, and that's up to the citizens to go out and vote, and that's why we encourage everybody always to go out and vote, and because every vote counts at the end of the day. So
you think with these new 4, and we'll wait for Ms. Carmen, and I'll ask her that quick question. Del Rio, we'll be right back after these quick commercial breaks. No se nos
Del Rio, it was burning in his eyes, and sleep had escaped him, too consumed by his pride. Like the lonesome and high country, he was lost in a haze, and the thoughts of what he'd do. He unloaded all his rage. The man from Waco, the city was almost silent as he passed.
Extraordinary summers start at Ashley's Memorial Day sale. Discover Hot Buys starting at just $249. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 60 months. This power reclining sofa, only $44 per month. And save up to 90% off floor samples and closeouts. Only at Ashley.
La venta de Memorial Day de Ashley. Hot Buys desde $249 y 0% de intereses por 60 meses. Sofá reclinable por $44 al mes. Y ahora hasta 90% en modelos de piso. Solo en Ashley.
I look good.
Okay, on the street and I got my swag on. Okay, get the money, gotta get my bag on. Okay, triple back, flip out the whole scene. Okay, all you suckers just the one that be me. So, get smacked, you looking whack. I got the big stacks, I'm pushing stacks. New outfit, you wish.
Do you have hail damage? Do you have hail damage? ¿Tienes daños de granizo? I'm Jason Schilling, owner of PDR Pros right here in Del Rio, Texas, serving our community for over 30 years. At PDR Pros, we make it easy. We pay your deductible. That's right, no out-of-pocket expense, just fast, professional repairs, and make your vehicle look brand new again. So call me today at 830-765-7377. That's 830-765-7377. PDR Pros, Del Rio's trusted name in hail repair. We pay your deductible, and we're part of our community.
We're back. Yes, as we're back here in Elections Return, I'd like to thank all of our great sponsors of this great program as we continue on. Yes, many more to come. But with us here now, our first interview as we get ready to, as maybe early voting comes a little quicker. So definitely want to make sure we get this here with us. City Councilwoman, Ms. Carmen Gutierrez, good afternoon. How's it going?
Batallando con el sol, dígame.
Aquí batallando con el sol.
Nos da el sol en la cara.
Tapar un poquito.
Yes.
Good afternoon. It's
Yes.
not evening just yet.
Not just
And
yet.
the polls closed at 7 p.m.
Yes,
Come on
26 minutes. How did you like it? I see you're very active on your social. All
over Del Rio.
Go vote. You know, today with Ms. Mari helping them guide them where to vote. Very active, Ms. Carmen. How did you see the voters out?
This year we're celebrating 250th years of the United States of America. And during this 250 years, there was a time that there was a poll tax. People had to pay to go vote. Can you believe that? And there was a time that our Black Americans
Even women
could not
couldn't
vote. And you're right.
Even women could not vote.
Women could not vote. And it really saddened me and disappointed me that by Tuesday, I think that there was 1,700 maybe? And I was out there almost every day. Yo no sé si soy.
Sí se oye.
No,
sí
sí
se
se
oye,
oye,
sí
porque
se
you
oye.
sound perfect. You
I
sound
was
perfect.
out there almost every day doing live reels to encourage the citizens, get to know your candidates, go out there and vote for whomever you want to vote for, whoever aligns with what you want to do, what you think. These people, the ones coming in, whether some of them come back, we don't know. And I know I'm going to be there. Who knows for how long? I know I still have 2 years on my term.
Okay.
But this new council, the new makeup of council, coming in on May 12th, I think the swearing in is going to be, the canvassing is scheduled for May 11th. So the new council will be seated on May 12th, and they will be there for 4 years, other than the 3 that were not up for re-election. Myself, Councilman Sanchez, and Councilman Quiñones. So I tried to get the word out that it was a very important election because let's say we have 500 voters today, and we might be pushing it at 500.
Yeah.
Okay? But let's say that we have almost 2,000 people, 2,000 citizens.
Deciding for
of almost what?
35,000 somewhere around?
30
or 30,000 that can vote,
Registered
right?
por ahí.
Yeah.
About 30,000 that can
Let's
vote.
say 30,000 registered voters, okay? This many people are going to decide our future.
Yes.
And we have, and I tried to say it this morning on the reel, we have very important issues. The infrastructure continues to be primary. This current council pushed, to prioritize the streets, the drainage, the water infrastructure, and the sewer. this council stop buying properties, and in fact, we tried selling properties, and we're in the process. And so we've been full speed ahead on those topics, on all of them, including the airline, which is so important to bringing. I know some people might still be against the airline, but it's not just economic development, it's quality health care.
Yes, quality health.
It's quality health care. We want to bring the best medical doctors, and before they could fly in for the weekend and go back, specialists. And so now that we don't have the airline, and we didn't lose it for lack of ridership. In fact, I think I heard you make some comments, Memo, that you used to fly it, right?
Well, I should have flown it. That it
Oh,
was
but
more
you
convenient,
drove-
but I had
uh-huh.
to drive to San Antonio because we didn't have it.
No, my wife flew it like 4 times.
Yeah,
4 times.
Yeah, my 4 times because obviously, pues, all the boutique vendors are in Dallas, and unfortunately, pues, con tantos little ones that I have, it's so expensive, and daycare, and to miss school, so it's cheaper. It was for her cheaper to fly from Del Rio to Dallas, and she loved it. Every single time she would send me a selfie and say, "Look, honey, this thing's full."
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, wow,
Yeah,
it's
like,
great.
We started out with 1 flight,
Yes.
and then it increased to 2 flights, and both were pretty much booked solid.
Mhm.
And why not? The convenience, free parking,
Especially that.
hop, skip, and the
Yeah,
jump.
Yes,
you know?
I wish I would have had, but it was more her that flew it. But one thing that is very a fun fact is just how much the hospital pays these doctors to fly to Dallas, to San Antonio, and then drive. It is so much money that we're like, think about all that money maybe could be used on the airline. Because even that part they'll benefit, because just ask for that number and you would be like, oh, gee, wow.
And so quality healthcare is one.
Mhm.
Another one is that we have a big investment with our community partner, Laughlin Air Force Base. We have graduating pilots, and so their families want to come and see them. But to have to fly to San Antonio and then either reserve a vehicle or find some way to get over here, transportation to get over here. It's more than a convenience, it's a necessity.
It is
I believe it's a necessity.
Yes, it is.
And there are those that might not agree with me on some of the things that I do, and that's fine. That's what makes America great.
Yes.
That is what makes America
We
great.
can agree to
So
disagree.
I was a little disappointed, but you know what? I first thank God for giving us a beautiful day.
Yes.
Que este día sea una bendición para todos.
Yes.
Especialmente todos los que votaron, porque es muy fácil que uno se ande ahí quejando
Y criticando.
y
criticando,
criticando,
yes.
También.
and then que no haga nada.
Ni no vayan a votar.
Yo estoy en mi posición porque yo también era una de esas. Yo votaba, pero yo me quejaba de esto y lo otro. Y my late husband said, porque su tío era el doctor Gutierrez, el former mayor, y dijo, no, you need to get in. If you're going to complain, you need to get in and try to do something. And you're retired, so I did.
Ms. Carmen, now, I think this is pretty much a very key point in time in Del Rio, because we're tired of seeing our neighbors in the south down the little lower Grove, right? Acuña has grown phenomenally too. With these 4 places that we're about to replace, or some that get reelected, do you feel that Del Rio might be at a turning point for the better now?
I felt for the past 2 years that I've been on this council that Del Rio is on the verge of something great. If we could only unite. This is, I think, the biggest problem that I see here in this community is that, if we disagree, let's go after the person rather than, if we disagree,
Let's
see.
talk about it.
No, not only talk about it, let's see what we can do to get there. I'm more about a unity person. One of the things I advocated for, and you've all noticed a lot, is the town halls that Ms. Burkhardt had with the water and the sewer and all of that. We had a lot of town halls to try to keep the citizens engaged and informed. And even in that last city council meeting, I asked Mr. Chavez, meet with the people that are directly affected in the south, over here in San Felipe, in that drainage pond that they're going to build, that have the citizens that I've been out there personally. Nombre sea de Dios. On April 11th, it happened to be the anniversary of my husband's passing, and I spent 2.5 hours with Mr. Talamantes riding around, taking videos, trying to discover where everything started, how things might be improved. And I also went to Mr. Limon's house that always has 1.5 feet of water.
Okay.
You know, one thing, yes.
Inside his house?
Inside his house. I have pictures.
Every time it rains, he gets it.
Not every time.
But when it
When
rains,
we
it's
have
excessive.
flash floods.
Okay.
Wow.
Because the water, and this happened in San Antonio last week. I posted pictures. 17 street and road closures in San Antonio. Whenever you have a good amount of water, the ground is already saturated, ¿verdad? ¿Va a correr?
Yeah.
It's just natural. Pero como corre el agua aquí en San Felipe, it goes through the neighborhoods. I couldn't believe how it zigzags. And I thank Mr. Talamantes for taking me. He said, now turn left, now turn right. Y que la
Dale por aquí,
Ispin, y que la
dale
Chapoy. And then we ended up where the proposed site is. And so it's very important. And this is why I was really encouraging the citizens to come out to vote, for you all to come out to vote, is because we have to stay engaged. Your local government leaders, whether you're city, county, state, hospital, school, we are here to represent your views. Now, we make the best decision based on everything that we see that's presented to us and that we go out there and check on our own. But unfortunately, our citizens don't have all that information. And sometimes...
And it's a process, right, also?
Yes, pero también una cosa que nos detiene a nosotros en el concilio, and you know, is executive session. You know, attorney-client privilege.
Yep.
Hay cosas que
No se
por
pueden
ley
decir.
no podemos decir.
Yeah.
No porque no queremos decir, ay, yo quisiera decir
Todo.
todo lo que pueda decir. I would love to share. And I'll tell you, I've tried to be very transparent since I've been elected, that whenever I vote for something, I try to explain why.
Okay.
The other, I don't know, last council meeting or so, the mayor asked me, will you amend your motion to table? I said, no, I will not. And let me tell you why. I will always, as long as I'm allowed by law, explain why I vote a certain way. Because, and I like to do it on the live stream, because the citizens and the residents that are watching need to understand also. I don't want them to feel frustrated, but I know they're frustrated. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you for being frustrated, because I get frustrated too, you know, pero si no nos unimos, if we don't come together as a community, you know, to support economic development, to support the city administration, to support the services, let's work together. We must work together. Right now, I have a lot of butterflies. I was telling Joel, because I said, this is like the Miss America pageant to me. You know, todos
It's
todos
gonna
de
it's
Miss
gonna who you're gonna be
America,
working
they're
with.
beautiful, they're intelligent, they're eloquent, and they're ready to serve, you know, to be out there. And they're passionate. And so you pick your favorite one, and now you just wait to see what the judges decide, right? Bueno, in this case, the judges are our citizens, ¿verdad? Que no?
Yes,
You know?
yes.
And so we do have a great amount of candidates that came out. And they know that this job doesn't pay you a salary.
Oh, it does not pay you.
No. And
Not
they
even a
and they
dinner.
know that you'll get a lot more criticism and complaints than you will get gratitude, thank yous. But we're not in it for the thank yous. We know what goes with the job, and we're glad to do it.
But you do get frustrated sometimes, right?
Oh, you know what I get frustrated is cuando me dicen a mí, no puedes decir,
Okay.
¿por qué no tenemos los markers en vez de todavía? I'm asking, I'm asking administration, didn't council approve that last year? What is the status? So I'm still advocating behind the scenes, and actually I'm a 24/7 community volunteer. I don't do anything else except try to work for our citizens, and that in itself is a job. Pero
and the frustration, I feel it too, because as part of EDC, one thing that we spearheaded, our board president, Mr. Robles, is we want our own grant writer. You know, not the 50-50 split, none of that mumbo jumbo. Hey, dude, this is what you're gonna do. Go get us grants because we need to grow. We need that free money. The process to put the application there was somebody that went the next meeting. He's like, hey, I'm willing to be your grant writer. They had to shoo him away because there's like a system that you gotta do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you serious?
And that's the other thing that we've seen, right? That it's a process. Even if to taking votes, to doing a certain purchasing, to doing a certain job.
No podemos decir esto. You know, I was asking questions. You know, why would we want to pay more for this if we can get that company that will do both for that one price, which is lower than if we were to split the job? It didn't make any financial sense to me. But there are rules in purchasing and in state purchasing. And so, yeah, I get frustrated too. And I can only imagine, you know, our citizens getting
of course.
frustrated.
No kidding.
But you brought up something about the grants. And today's vote is very discouraging in a way, because we apply for grants to bring in money on the state and federal level. I know the county's always working on grants for their stuff, but the legislators that are out there in charge of these monies are the ones that decide, you know, on our application.
On the application.
And if you have a community of 27,000, let's just say 27,000 registered voters, and you get maybe 2,100, not even 1%, to come out and vote. And then you have a neighboring, no voy a decir nombres, porque we have Uvalde, and you have Bracket, and Eagle Pass.
Oh no, Comstock is with us.
So hay muchas comunidades aquí. So, but if you have one that's a little further south, and they may have 30,000 registered voters, and they have 5,000 or 4,000
or 6,000 or 10,000,
6,000, you know, voters to go out and vote. What do you think? Who's going to get the attention? Ellos están trabajando porque los eligieron.
Sí.
They got elected, and guess what? They're going to want to run again in 2 years. And so they're trying to please the voters. They said, no, si los tengo contentos, if I help them out, they're going to come back and vote for me, right? And they're the ones that come out.
Politics right there.
They're the ones that come out to vote. So I'm thankful to so many candidates that are willing to set aside their personal time and professional time, because we have some business owners in there. And because it is a lot, it does take a lot of time. We get packets, we have meetings to go to, not just ribbon cuttings, but we have a lot of issues. I attended Middle Rio Grande. The city of Del Rio and the county of Valverde are part of what's called a council of governments. And so on Wednesday, el miércoles pasado, I drove to Uvalde and participated in that. And you have all the mayors in the council of governments. I think there's 7 or 8. And then you have all the county judges. And so there's good discussion about grants, about, I heard that, and I posted it on my City of Del Rio council
page, yes.
Yeah, Carmen Gutierrez, place A, I always forget, I'm number A. Okay, I posted that if you go to the Workforce Solutions, if you are disabled, if you're out of school between 17 and 21, you don't have a high school education or a GED, there are jobs. There are jobs for you.
Available?
Yes. So go to the workforce and they'll check to see if you qualify for the program. And I was very excited about that. And so we attend these meetings and we come back and we can bring them back to our community. Los programas, las cosas importantes.
Que hay para
todos. Para avanzar, porque el concilio debe de ser para avanzar la comunidad. You know, our role, our primary role is to set policy, right? Set policy. We approve rates. But we're more of that type of a role, a strategic, a direction, a visionary role. And yes, we have to approve budgets and this and that. But one thing we cannot do, you call me and say, no, que necesito que vengan ahorita a arreglarme la...
Cortarme un árbol.
Yes. Llámale tú. And that's what they tell me. Can you please call the street department, or can you please call the park department? No. The only thing I can do is take down your information, and then I'll send an email to Mr. Chavez, who's our interim city manager, and he will send it to the correct department.
We had some messages here on Facebook saying, I want to thank you, KWMC and Ms. Carmen Gutierrez. This is so needed to keep us informed, especially tonight. So that's from Ms. Alice Williams on Facebook there.
Yes.
Saying,
Hola, Alice. Thank you for voting. I saw that you went to go vote. I appreciate your vote.
But it is kind of sad, right? To see how low of a turnout we get every time, especially in this big decision that we have. We have 4 places that are coming up, and not that many people go out to vote out of the 30,000 that we have registered. So, what do you say to that?
I say, God help us. God help us. No, mira, yo le voy a decir la mera verdad. Yes, God will help us, but only if we have unity in the council. You know, this is like a marriage. When you get married,
you gotta compromise.
You gotta compromise.
You learn how to compromise.
You come in with your idea. I've been there 2 years, so I know the background now of a lot of things, or why we made certain decisions. You may come in and say, oh, pues, why did they do that? Now you're gonna find out. Whoever gets elected or reelected, the reelected would know. So what happens when you get married, right? Cada quien estira, no, pues a mí me gusta esto que el otro. Until finally...
Boys, I didn't know you did this. I didn't know you did that.
Pero you know what?
Duermes tan feo. I didn't know you said like this.
I didn't know you snored or touched your sleep. Yeah.
The CPAP machine? Really? I mean, those are things that come up.
Oh, hazte para allá.
Hazte para allá, you know?
bad.
So, Ms. Carmen, now, the one thing that I think I felt it a lot, and I think till to this day I feel it, and this is just my own personal opinion, when you think you come in here with a full energy, there's a possibility of 4 new people coming in with a full, fresh eyes, con ganas de hacer. But the normal thing que luego te bajan para atrás and they say, hey, slow down. You know, slow down, put them brakes. You know, I hope that somewhat changes, because from what I hear, me personally speaking, that's how I felt, and I started kind of sharing how I felt with prior city council, like, así es, Junior, así es. They slow you down, I'm like, how?
Bueno, we have to see things in a perspective. Some of the slowing down is because some of the things that sometimes you come on council like myself with ideas, this and that, and then I find out that, you know what, it's got to go through the attorney, it's got to do this, and no podemos decir nada porque hasta que ya más o menos esté, like for example, we have MOUs with the county, okay, and the federal and state advocacy was what came before us. And those are memorandums of understanding that they'll pay a part, we pay a part, the school district is going to pay a part. So, you know, I didn't want to vote on it until I knew that the county was on board with it and what the county was expecting and the school district, you know, because I don't talk to them. The person that talks to them is Mr. Chavez, the interim city manager. So I want to make sure before I vote that everybody's on board with the companies that we're going to select. So, aunque yo quería ya, vámonos, para adelante, I had to hold back. I have to hold back. And so, yeah, you're sort of restrained, for lack of a better word, cuando uno tiene las ganas de hacer algo.
Here we go, some early voting numbers.
I'll let you go.
Thank you.
Early numbers. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes.
Let me say.
Yes.
God bless you, Del Rio, and thank you again, everyone who came out to vote.
Alrighty, as we get ready for some early voting numbers. Vamos a ver, vamos a ver.
No?
As they get their audio
Is it on?
sorted out there, we will be here as well.
Is this one on?
No hay power, no hay power.
Ahí está, pero no dijo nomás aquí, ¿eh?
Sí. Pero no la de qué lado. Está apagada, ya.
Yes, as we're getting ready for some
There's a
early
mic on?
voting numbers that
I
are
don't know
just
if it has it. No tiene switch the mic.
The mic should have a switch now.
early voting numbers. They're trying to get the speaker going.
Check for you.
Si no, ahorita yo les paso luz.
No.
Alrighty, as
Sorry.
Memo heads over there.
Can I please
For the city of Del Rio, this includes 1,910 in-person voters and 133 absentee voters. Those are the mail ballots. Okay. This was 1,910 in-person voters and 133 absentee votes. Okay. For the city, mayor, city of Del Rio, Efrain V. Valdez, 604. Al Arriola, 609. Ryan Horning, 67. Arturo Rodriguez, 41. Lázaro Las Castro, 132. James Jim DeRuse, 584. For council person at large, place C, Ernestina Tina Martinez, 443. Leroy Briones, 1,062. Alexandra Falcon Calderon, 503. And councilperson District 1, Jorge George Vargas, 224. Elsa Reyes, 355. Councilperson District 2, David Scarbo, 307. Lino Hernandez Jr., 638. Okay. And now school and hospital. This includes 2,164 in-person voters, 141 absentee voters. San Felipe Del Rio CISD School Board, Place 1. Jesus Emilio Galindo, 1,308. Priscilla Aguilar, 865. San Felipe Del Rio CISD School Board, Place 3. Edward Guerrero, 1,018. Linda Guanajuato Webb, 1,195. San Felipe Del Rio School District, Board Place 4. Brian Weston, 1,834. And then, Place 5. San Felipe Del Rio School Board, Place 5 is Leonel Leo Cavazos, 981. Rebecca Becky Luna Chavez, 1,202. Okay, Valverde County Hospital District Board, Precinct 1. Daniel Chartrand. Oh, I'm sorry, the at-large. Okay, the at-large was Lee Keenan, 993. Chris A. Diaz, 719. Ramon Santillanes III, 627. Raul Alatorre, 807. Valverde County Hospital District Board Precinct 1, Daniel Chartran, 419. That's probably Daniel Chartran, 419. And Valverde County Hospital District Board Precinct 2, Julio C. Otazo, 286. That's it for now.
Okay, everybody, so that was everybody. The final results are probably coming back and so we'll take a stab at it. There's a lot of votes for them to count, but they'll be out shortly. And thank y'all for viewing them, but we will be here until the last vote is counted and announced.
There you have it. I'll talk to you in a bit.
No sé si van a roja. Oh, you got them?
I got all of them.
There we go.
I got all the important ones. So that one wasn't working and this one is working. Okay, so let me put this
No,
back.
it's because the volume was down. I figured it out.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. Mike needs one.
Okay.
So, yeah, these.
Now this was for early voting.
Only one is. Ahí vienen those papers.
I guess you want to get one?
Yeah, I'll go get one.
Okay, so I'm here with you guys, and the one that we have right now for early voting, we had for mayor, we had James DeRuz with 584 votes, Alvaro Alarriora 609, Efraín Valdez 604, and Lázaro Las Castro, we had 132, Arturo Rodriguez, we had 41, and Ryan Horning, we had 67. That was for early voting. Remember, that's just for early voting. Also, for District 1, we have Elsa Reyes with 355 and Jorge Vargas with 224. Yes, District number 2, Lino Hernandez, 638, and Mr. David Scarborough, 307. For large place C, we have Alexandra Falcón Calderón with 503 votes, Mr. Leroy Viones, 1,062, and Ernestina Tina Martinez with 443 votes. So those are the ones that I was able to write down, and we already have our list here. Right?
So
Mike,
what's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Mike is with us. Nice time, Mike.
Hey, man, that's actually kind of how I thought it was gonna go. I knew Valdez and Ariola were gonna kind of split a lot of the votes. It's gonna be a tight race between those two. Obviously, it's only 5 votes difference for Mr. Valdez and for Mr. Ariola.
Now that's early voting, right?
Early voting, yeah.
Jim
DeRuz is right there. He's within 20 votes also, so he still has a good chance. Now, those are the 3 names that pop up. There's going to be a runoff. So the top 2 are going to go to the runoff.
Top 2.
So we'll be back again in a couple weeks voting again, right?
Yes.
And the one that actually I'm interested in is at-large place C City Council that's Ms. Martinez with 443.
I think that one's not going to be...
Well, that's what I'm saying, because I think it's 50% plus 1, right?
Yes, 50%.
So it's 1,062. I think he has enough votes to cover both of them.
Depending on
the rest of the votes.
On the rest of the votes. But right now, as it looks, he has enough votes to...
If we ended right now, he would have already won. Now, again, we still have the more votes come in, so that's going to be also close.
How many people voted in those precincts.
I'll tell you what, I waited till today to go vote, and I went about noontime. And when I walked in and checked in, it tells you what number you are. I was number 50 today. So at least at Buena Vista on the north side, people were showing up to vote. 50.
But that's still not.
That's still not great. I mean,
great. But 50 for election day.
Yeah.
I don't foresee. I don't think no one's gonna come back against Leroy though. That's
well. We'll have to see, right? We'll have to see what happens here.
Because the 50 plus 1 is there, right?
Right now it's there.
I can add them up. Let me check.
Pending the rest of the votes. Man, so and I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was telling them, asking them why they don't vote. We have a lot of people that don't want to vote. I don't never vote for the city. And he's like, because they're just one person, one vote. I go, yeah, but if you look at the people that are running right now, we have an opportunity to flip it. Like the council right now, again, no disrespect to anybody, but right now the council we have is a little older. If you look at the people that are running, we have they're younger. They're younger. We're gonna flip it. We have the opportunity to flip it to a younger demographic, I guess you can say, on the council. Leroy is on there, and we have an opportunity with Jim. Like I said, to come in as the younger generation for mayor.
They're letting us know that at Buena Vista it was actually 209
See, and I was
My
bracket
mic
number
is
50,
lower.
so I'm
How do
saying
you
like,
raise the volume on it? Oh, yeah, on the side.
Yes.
Lino with 638 over Mr. Scarborough 307. That's a 50% plus one also.
Okay.
So, but obviously there's not going to be a runoff. There's only 2 candidates.
Yeah. That one, whoever gets the majority votes.
Yeah, I think
wins.
on that one we can say Lino took that one.
Well, it just depends.
I mean,
It's
that's
still,
too much.
That's too many votes to make up in one day.
204 votes.
That's a lot of votes to make up in one day. Like you said, only 209 people voted in our side, which is where they are. So
okay, we'll have to see, right? We'll have to see.
All the votes would have to
all
come
the
in.
votes come in just to be on the safe side. But yeah, we
projected,
projected,
right? Projected,
yeah, we could say.
yeah.
But we still
That's probably our only one
need
that
some
we
more
can
time.
project right now.
Yeah.
Is Lino.
Yeah. Lino, I mean, maybe Lino and
I would say.
Yeah, it's
even-
300 votes actually. You're right. So
Yeah,
it's 300 votes. So it's and I believe not everybody can vote in that one, right?
Yeah, that was
District
just
one?
District 2.
Okay, so yeah.
So again, that was out there, Buena Vista. You
It's gonna be
said
a little bit
there
harder.
was 209 people that voted.
Yeah, they let us
so
know
there's not enough
209
votes for him to make up. So I think we can say that Lino took that one.
Let's hop over to school real quick.
Oh, the school. Okay, we have Jesus Emilio Galindo with 1,308. Priscilla Cassandra Aguilar, 865. Now we have, that was for place 1. For place 3, we have Linda Guanajuato Webb with 1,195. And then we have place 3 with Edward Guerrero with 1,018. That one is about 170 vote difference.
That's actually,
It's kind of close.
To me, that's a big surprise, man. Miss Webb has been there forever. Guanajuato Webb has been there forever.
And Edward,
Edward's coming in, first timer, running for
1,018
office.
votes for early voting. That's
I mean,
good.
for that difference to be there, only less than 200 votes. I think that's a big win for Edward. So he still has an opportunity, being that he was up in the North Side District also.
Yes.
So he still has some of an opportunity.
Now we have Brian Clay Weston. Oh, he was by
He was
himself,
unopposed,
so
yeah.
1,834. Now for place 5, we have Rebecca Luna Chavez with 1,202, and then we have Leonel Lino Cavazos with 981.
I kind of, I really see Emilio getting that one already. That's way too much to come back.
It's about 500 votes.
I gotta project him
we didn't
as
get 500 votes.
I gotta put him as projected winner. That's too much to come back on that. At least there on that one. Now the Guanajuato Webb is a little too tight.
It's a little too tight. It depends on how many people and how voted, but he would have to get all the votes.
He would have to get the
Majority,
80% of the votes.
80, 90% of the votes. So we'll have to see on that one, but I think we could kind of safely say Ms. Guanajuato Webb. Now we still have to wait for the results, right?
Who else is on there?
We have,
Priscilla. She's also a newcomer too, right?
Priscilla.
Leo.
Well, Priscilla was against Jesus Emilio Galindo,
Yes,
so
yes, so-
that one we could say Emilio took it.
Yeah.
And then we have Rebecca Chavez and Leonel Leo Cavazos. That's about a 300 vote difference, or 220 vote difference. It just depends también, but he would have to get all the 200 votes.
That was today, which I find very hard.
Yeah, which I find
I find
so
it
we'll
very-
have to see. We'll get that. These are, remember people, these are the early voting. This is what we got, and I do want to thank Ms. Chapoy for giving out this great information. Just we have to wait a little bit longer. It's already 8 o'clock. We have.
She
early
said
voting.
about 30 minutes, más o menos.
30 minutes. Okay.
So what do you guys think? So you think? I
I think
Ms.
we need to go to a
Chavez-
commercial break.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But guys, definitely
Gotta pay
right
the
now,
bills,
the
right?
ones that we can say for
Get
sure.
a water.
The
Yeah.
ones that we can say for sure right now, just so you guys stay tuned here with us, is that for sure on City Council for District number 2, we can safely say that our projected winner for that is Mr. Lino Hernandez.
With a 331 vote difference, más o menos 331
Yeah.
vote difference. I don't think that many people went out, right, Mike?
Yeah, they said 209 went out North Side.
To
So
vote. He, the other one, not even with those, if he got all the votes, he
Yeah.
would be able to make up those
And
votes. So
our other projected winners that we can safely announce is the Emilio Galindo for School Board Place 1 with enough votes there to say that. Other than that, everything else is too
It's
close to
too
call.
close, yeah.
But definitely stay tuned, Del Rio. We'll be right back after these quick commercial breaks. No se nos vayan as we keep analyzing it. Maybe we can get Mr. Lino a ver how he's feeling. Maybe.
extraordinary summer start at Ashley's Memorial Day sale. Discover Hot Buys starting at just $249. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 60 months. This power reclining sofa, only $44 per month. And save up to 90% off floor samples and closeouts. Only at Ashley.
La venta de Memorial Day de Ashley. Hot Buys desde $249 y 0% de intereses por 60 meses. Sofá reclinable por $44 al mes. Y ahora hasta 90% en modelos de piso. Solo en Ashley.
I look good.
Okay, on the street and I got my swag on. Okay, get the money, gotta get my bag on. Okay, triple back, flip out the whole scene. Okay, all you suckers just to run that be me. So, get smacked, you looking whack. I got the big stacks, I'm pushing stacks. New outfit, you wish.
Do you have hail damage? Do you have hail damage? ¿Tienes daños de granizo? I'm Jason Schilling, owner of PDR Pros right here in Del Rio, Texas, serving our community for over 30 years. At PDR Pros, we make it easy. We pay your deductible. That's right, no out-of-pocket expense, just fast, professional repairs, and make your vehicle look brand new again. So call me today at 830-765-7377. That's 830-765-7377. PDR Pros, Del Rio's trusted name in hail repair. We pay your deductible, and we're part of our community.
Alrighty, as we return back, I'd like to thank all of our great sponsors that you saw there. Also, I'd like to thank our good friend, Mr. Rick Martinez and Miss Spanky there of 5 Points Market, right there, located right there on Margaret Lane. And do you guys still know we have a Chevy Boulevard Street IE? Definitely right there in the corner next to the skating rink. It's there at the 5 Points. Definitely hit him up. I'd like to thank him for all the fresh fruits. Hey, the gizzards. I like the gizzards. The Thanksgiving meals that he sells there, dude. Those are legit. Saludos there. Also, guys, Amanda, we want you guys to consider in November, and he wants to say a special thank you to all the voters that went out, is Mr. Robert Bull Nettleton for county judge. Please consider him there as it gets closer to those races. But right now he wants to thank everybody that took their time and did their right and civil duty to go and vote. But thank you so much, and thank you so much, Mr. Robert Bull Nettleton for county judge. Think of him in November. But as we continue, once again, these numbers, and I think, well, I gotta say, todos quieren decir that runoff. Is there gonna be a runoff between who and who? It's too close to say right now. I can honestly say with 4 votes to go, it is very close.
There's 3 names for mayor that I think we all need to keep in mind. It's Efrain Valdez.
Yeah, those are your 3.
Al Ariola and Jim DeRue. Still gonna be the 3 that are the closest to the runoff. There's only 25 votes between the 3 of them. Yeah. So again,
so it just depends on how many people went out to vote today and
it's
who they voted for, right?
And it's going to depend on how many people are going to go out to vote again when the runoff comes out. That's the one.
That's going to be a harder one because people get tired. Like we were talking a little bit before the results came out. People kind of get tired of having to go vote. We just voted in March, and then we have to vote again today, and then we're going to have to vote May 26th, I believe, for the other runoff for the county. So it's just runoff after runoff after runoff, and then people get kind of.
Y luego ya en November, pues ya para qué
votamos. So, but remember, people, if it's a runoff, you can go and vote again for your candidate. It just depends on who comes out between those 3 candidates, who comes out with the most votes, right? So it'll be the 2 candidates that come out with the most votes. Those will be the ones that'll be coming out in the runoff.
And I think really you guys, I don't know, man. Something's telling me Leroy. You guys think it's still not the 50+1?
It's close, but I think he did a good job running his campaign. I think
it just depends, because right now, if you do 50+ percent of what it's there, it's 1,004 votes. So he's got enough to do a 50+1. But we still got the votes for today, so we can't.
And his is an at-large, so it's the whole city could vote for him.
It's the whole city could vote for him.
It's not just one area that we could say, oh, there's only 200 votes out there. There's only whatever. It's the whole city. So they definitely have a chance to have a runoff there. But look at just the lopsided numbers. I mean, people I think are ready for a change in that area. I mean, at least at that spot in the thing. And this is what I was talking about earlier of flipping the script on the age of council, because now we're looking at a little bit of a younger council to go along with, obviously, Miss Gutierrez was just here, JP Sanchez, and Randy, who's already there. So I think it's gonna, regardless of who wins mayor, the council itself is gonna be younger, and hopefully they can agree on some stuff and work together to push us forward. I mean, I know I haven't been really talking to y'all more about politics, and I haven't been on the radio with you guys, but I'm not really for like the airline, and I'm not really for the bridge until they fix what's wrong.
Okay.
I mean, we need to fix our water. Number one, we can't live without water. They need to fix our sewage. We can't live without our clean water, you know? Like, there's no point in building an airline and building a bridge if we can't even live here because there's no water. So those two need to be, in my opinion, priority. So I hope this council and the people that get elected hear that and want to do the same thing. I mean,
so if it stands right now, you know, there's two first set of eyes that possibly might be coming in right now, for sure. You know, we're in the city council. I think that changes dynamic because, you know, you got Randy that's, you know, within our age group.
Yeah.
You got Leroy, obviously, that might be there.
Both business owners.
Yeah, both business owners. And you got Lino now. Lino, knowing the inner workings of the city, you know.
No, and that's what he did a live video earlier on his little Facebook, and I commented on there, I'm proud of him because he's one of those that's had his hands tied by the system. Like, he's wanted to do so much stuff, and then he can't because the council can't agree on it, or the finance people can't agree on it, and he's had to take the blame and take the criticism.
Yeah, and he has, and I'm gonna be one of them that does agree on you with that, because Paul Poe, big example. They blame it on him, and when we were able to talk to him,
I've blamed it on him. Me and him have talked to him. I've talked to him on the phone, where I blame him for stuff. But
once you get the grasp of everything that happens behind the scene, then you understand that it's
and
not
he's
all
one
his,
of the rare ones.
Not his fault.
And him and like Lázaro are the rare ones that step up and say, yeah, you know what, I know what, or I have an idea of what can fix everything. I got to put my name in the hat, and they did. And
big shout out to them. Big
shout out to everybody that's running for office, man. Lázaro put up a good campaign. I want to send my condolences to him. His father recently passed away. Condolences to him. Still, I think he put up a good campaign with everything that's going on. I think he should have started off as council, so maybe in the future he'll run for council, which I would definitely be a big supporter of that. But everybody that put their name in the hat, man, everybody, even Miss Martinez that was trying to come back, Alejandra Falcon Calderon trying to get back on council, all of them. I mean, just for them to know what it's like, that it's a thankless position, that all the people do is complain, and they want to try to do it again. Like, that's just, they showed that they're here to serve the community.
You said something pretty big. People just like to complain.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we see on our show all the time, right? People.
Yes.
We try to look for the positive in things, but sometimes people bring you back to the negative.
Yeah.
To the dark side. Let's say like Star Wars, right? But it's just the nature.
May the Fourth be with you.
It's just the nature of a human being, right? Look at the bad thing instead of trying to look at the positive. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see in a couple of minutes if we were able to get more results and see who we can.
With school, you know, with obviously, you know, Mr. Brian Weston, no contestant there. Mr. Mesa saying, you know what, I did my time. Thank you so much to Mr. Mesa, school teachers, all that time they're in the school board. But the people right now so far still choosing to keep Ms. Chavez and Mr. Galindo. Now, my biggest question is, are they going to approach that bond again come November? Or might they go a little bit sooner if they can? I wish they could bring it back up because, and I was told I needed to say this, I went to the Rams baseball last game, and it was something very, I guess, embarrassing. And I really hope every school board person and maybe the superintendent hears me out here. We have that big old giant scoreboard that says Bank and Trust Field and all that. I guess it's not working. And they got a little board about the size of this banner right here. Hey, saludos!
That wasn't working?
Gotta love our crowd.
That wasn't working on
That
the...
wasn't working. It
Okay.
wasn't working.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's stuff that needs to that's stuff that needs to get fixed, right? That's
Yeah.
stuff that needs to get fixed.
That's stuff
Now,
that they need to have money put aside for and fix that, and sometimes things happen, and lightning strikes and stuff like that can
Yeah.
take that out. But that it is a little embarrassing, But what's more embarrassing at the football games is whenever they can't push play on that commercial.
But what I'm saying is, where's our money? And then the bad part is that I took some visitors from out of town that went with me that game, and they were like, "Are you serious, Junior? Are you serious?"
Well,
and it was running on a little generator in the back of a truck. Come on, guys, come on.
well, at least they got the
They made the effort, yeah.
I can't see the score. I mean, you can't. You can't. I
Next
mean,
time they should
Esteban
call me
was
and
there.
I'll,
I mean,
and I'll,
it's Diaz
and I'll
and
take my
He go
screen
put
and we
his
can
screen
put
out there
yeah.
and put it in center field.
Hey.
No,
The
que le
kid-
pegan.
That's what I'm saying. If I think they need that back again, just because there's so much improvement that needs to go back.
What was your point?
We need to. I hope this school board, if there's some change or they still
stay the
same, at least start fixing things that way.
Okay.
Because it's the perception that we put out that obviously we get judged on, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I took some guests that came from San Antonio. They were here from San Antonio and Houston, and I'm like, let's go to the baseball game. You got the Mayfield's Comida. It's a great game. It's the senior night.
Yeah.
No scoreboard.
Y dicen, oye, es...
Well, maybe something happened to the school.
No, it's been like that all year.
Okay.
So like.
Well, I mean, you gotta understand. I mean, with any entity, right, where there's city, county, the school board, the hospital, you have your budget set up a year, 2 years ahead of time. And if something happens to that scoreboard, the budget might not have been there for the budget for the scoreboard.
Yeah.
So next year it should be, right? Hopefully.
Now, if it doesn't get fixed, then we can talk about it.
Then we
again.
can talk about it.
Yeah,
I hope
yeah,
it does
no.
because
they probably will.
No, I'm not gonna sit here and
everybody. Ya lo dije, okay?
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend either. Like I really don't pay attention to the school board meetings,
Yeah.
unless it's something that I'm excited about. Like I watched the other day that they announced the new coach. Like stuff like that. But I don't sit there and not like I watch the county commissioners court or the city meetings, because I can sit there and watch those all night and break it down. But the school board, I really don't pay attention to. But for the voters to tell you, hey, Galindo's still going to be there, Rebecca Chavez is still going to be there, I think that says that they've been doing a good job. The newcomers that are coming to it, Weston, hopefully he can bring in his 2 cents, and I believe he's a business owner as well.
And a big shout out to the ones that participated, Ms. Priscilla Aguilar, Mr. Edward Guerrero, and Mr. Daniel Leo Cavazos that put their hand
that
in the
one
ring.
is still not over though.
Those aren't over. Yeah, those aren't over.
The race between what's the position there for Guanajuato, Web and Guerrero?
Well, that is
place three.
Place three.
That one's still too close to
That's
call.
the north side, no?
Yeah, that's north side. So
they said 209 votes, so we'll have to see. Maybe. If he gets all of them, but he has to get all of them. So let's see what happens. But I think she has enough of a lead with 209 votes or 209 people that went to go out and vote. He would have to get all the votes for him. So,
but again, a shout out to him because for putting up a campaign for somebody that's been there for years and years. She was a teacher, principal, retired. Now she's been on school board forever. I mean, for him to be able to put up numbers like that against her is really says something about who his campaign and the way he ran it, and I mean his future in politics.
On chat, gotta read some chats here.
Oh yeah.
We had to. I'd like to thank everybody out there watching. Remember, guys, I know there's another stream out there, but just. I mean, I just love whenever we get fans that are driving by the courthouse. And with tons of people here, they say KWMC, they ring the saludos to the Suburban that drove around and said KWMC, thank you. It makes our job seem that we actually are are trying to do something good for the community. But here with some chat messages, Carlos Ayala, no airline, no second bridge. Leadership should be able to walk and chew gum at the same time, sir. I think referring to...
Yeah, I'm just saying it shouldn't be a priority over our water. I mean, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying not completely. I'm just saying it shouldn't be a priority over my water.
But they vote the same school board members in. Another chat. Special treatment because his wife works on admin. How about the budget to fund all athletics, not just the ones they want? Parents shouldn't be paying for cheerleading outfits and stuff. Galindo and Chavez are just a space filler already. Thank you, KWMC. So definitely, Chad. Thank you, Chad, on there. And going with the school. I mean, my son goes to New Tech. I love that part of it.
Yeah.
You know, and that encourages him to join in the future. Si Dios quiere, you know, God gives us the years. He wants to be into the Space Force. So I love CT. I love that. But, you know, when it comes to those, like, don't you think, and I think this person's right, you know, me as was a booster in Bells for 6 years, dude, we fundraised so much, and I'm like, at one point, are we going to stop asking the community and the parents?
Yeah.
You know, I know you're a parent too and now this guy's about to go to football. I'm gonna be like, hey, what kind of pads are you gonna get? You know, like those yes, and it's a hit or miss, and I'm not trying to make a point. I'm just trying to say we need to get back
talking about looking at the negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we got to show,
but,
you know.
I get you when we have to talk about what's happening. But I think what we also need to do is try to find a solution for what's not happening.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, the vouchers didn't help either. And I can blame that 100% too. Those vouchers, you know, that took money from the public school system. And I don't want them to say, oh, you're just right. And I just said CTE and technical school's great, you know, but it's that persona that we give out. Let's go to the softball field, okay? For the girls. The girls made it to the playoffs. When we're hosting these teams, look where they come and play.
The backyard.
In the backyard, dude. Like, where's the awnings for the parents? I thought in el solazo.
No, but what happened when it came down to let's build something out there back there for them? The people didn't want to vote. The people didn't vote. So who are you going to blame? It's not the school board. It's the people not voting.
And the other thing, exactly, and that's where I was going to also. That it's our responsibility as citizens to go out and vote, say yes or no. But we don't see that when it's something like that. Everybody's yelling and screaming and doing this and doing that. But when you go out for something as important as a mayor race, right, or a city at large, or county judge, or whatever it is, we don't see people going out. Out of 30,000 voters, you only get
2,000 or 3,000, whatever
3,000, 4,000 people to go out and vote. So only those 4,000 people decide the future of this city, and that's what I personally don't.
And it's like you're saying, well, all the stuff we need, the school board can fix and whatever. The bond's just going to continue to fail because people don't vote. Not enough people go and support. So you can blame the school board if you want, but at the same time, you have to blame the voters because they're the ones that aren't supporting you.
Do you think it failed just because of Laughlin?
I think the way they advertised it killed it because they were focusing on Laughlin.
But you got to understand, Laughlin is a big part of our community.
Oh yeah, no, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Laughlin.
Exactly.
If Laughlin closed down, if Laughlin closed down back in the 90s, like whenever Mayor Alcalá had the big campaign to save Laughlin, we wouldn't be here. This would be a ghost town. This would be like Alpine or Sanderson, one of those little towns that people are there just to keep it going, and everybody else left.
Yeah. Well,
we wouldn't be here. But I can honestly say that the way they wrapped it up and the way they tried to sell it to the public was not favorable to the public. I think you need to kind of gift wrap it in a different paper. You know what I mean? I guess for lack of better words, is the bond is going to be there.
But it is what it is, right? You have to give it to the people also how it is. But I never understood why people didn't want that, especially because there's a lot of people that
check this out.
Work at the base.
To me right now. It says election update. Eagle Pass ISD bond passing 1,209 for 838 against.
Ahí está, hasta en eso nos ganaron.
There you go.
$150 million bond that they wouldn't ask for.
But that's still low numbers for.
No, but I'm saying overall that
their bond.
Their bond passed. But I mean, only 2,000 people went out to vote. So It's
So
about the same as
their
here.
numbers are down too. But
yeah,
again, that's the difference. Is people don't support the stuff that would make us, that would move us up, right? To
that would help us progress. Right?
That would improve quality of life, things like that, things for us to enjoy. People don't support it because it's going to hurt their taxes.
Let's switch it up because I'm tired of talking about the negative stuff. So let's switch it up a little bit.
Let's go to a commercial break and we'll be right back. Del Rio, no se nos vayan.
They just want to raise our taxes.
The mirage of Del Rio, it was burning in his eyes, and sleep had escaped him, too consumed by his pride. Like the lonesome and high country, he was lost in a haze, and the thoughts of what he'd do, he unloaded all his rage. The man from Waco, the city was almost silent as he passed.
Y'all being here, first I want to thank y'all for coming out to vote and for coming over here to listen to the numbers. But I want to say a couple of things. When have you gotten the results at 8:30 at night?
Nunca, yeah. Congratulations.
Okay, now let's do it again. We'll keep on doing it again. Okay, but now another thing is we have the primary runoffs coming up May 18th to the 22nd. Those will be from 7 to 7 every one of those 5 days at the Civic Center. And then the actual election day will be Tuesday, May 26th. And that'll be 7 to 7, but at the different precincts. And keep in mind, please, that if you voted Democrat in the primary, then in the runoff, you have to vote Democrat. If you voted Republican in the primary, in the runoff, you have to vote Republican, okay? So just so people don't get upset when they come to vote and can't vote the way they want to vote, okay? Now I'm gonna wait for my, ready? Yes, ma'am, I was just giving them some tips. Okay, here we go. Put the readers on. Okay, City of Del Rio, total voters. Oh, it's over here. 2,738 total voters. Okay, and then Mayor, City of Del Rio, Efrain V. Valdez, 792. Al Arriola, 829. Ryan Horning, 97. Arturo Rodriguez, 54. Lázaro Las Castro, 178. James Jim DeRoos, 775. Councilperson at large, place C. Ernestina Tina Martinez, 563. Leroy Briones, 1,453. Alejandra Falcón Calderón, 665. Councilperson District 1. Jorge George Vargas, 317. Elsa Reyes, 473. Okay, Councilperson District 2. David Scarborough, 416. Lino Hernandez Jr., 832. Okay, and that was after that. School Hospital Board. We've got 3,047 total voters. San Felipe Del Rio CISD School Board, place 1. Jesus Emilio Galindo, 1,727. Priscilla Aguilar, 1,151. San Felipe Del Rio CISD School Board, Place 3. Edward Guerrero, 1,377. Linda Guanajuato Webb, 1,545. San Felipe Del Rio CISD School District Board, Place 4. Brian Weston, 2,435. San Felipe School Board, Place 5. Leo Cavazos, 1,329. Rebecca Becky Luna Chavez, 1,554. Valverde County Hospital District Board at Large. Lee Keenan, 1,311, and Chris A. Diaz, 1,005. Ramon Santellanes III, 846. Raul Alatorre, 1,050. Valverde County Hospital District Board Precinct 1, Daniel Chartrand, 564. Valverde County Hospital District Board Precinct 2, Julio C. Otazo, 379. Is that it? That's it. Okay, looks like a runoff in the mayor's race, but I'll let you explain it. Come on, tell them.
So as of right now, So as of right now, for sure, Al Ariola will be in the runoff. The second place is dependent on what happens in the next couple of days. We do have 65 city absentee ballots still pending that have not come in. They should have been postmarked. If they're postmarked by 5 p.m. today, by today's date, and they're in our office by 5 p.m., we will count those ballots. There are 65 out. I think there's a difference between James Jim DeRoos and Efraim Valdez. I think Valdez is ahead by 18 votes. So we have to wait and see what comes in on Monday. That does have to be, like I said, it has to be postmarked today and in our office by 5 p.m. Monday. It's 65 ballots. So that's all we're pending, and then that will determine who will be in the runoff against Mr. Al Ariola. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. You have a copy from...
Alrighty there, as we get ready to come back here and get those results from you here. For sure, one thing we do want to clear up here is Linda Guanajuato Webb School Board seems to be staying the same way. As of right now, seems like it's staying that way. So let's see. Let's continue on to what we go with the city here. Leroy Briones. Oh man, I think that one you can safely say maybe that's the 50 one.
They already called that one.
Yeah, that one is. We can put on there. Lino coming up victorious there, and Miss and Miss Elsa Reyes.
Yes.
On that one there. We do know that the Mayor Al is number 1 seat into the runoff, but we're still pending seat number 2 into the runoff.
So they said there's 65 votes out there pending the absentee ballot, and there's only a difference of 18 votes. So that one can go either way still. But congratulations to everybody that
congratulations to Ran. Yep. And we had a total of 2,738 people plus I imagine the absentee, right? You still got to add those. So congratulations to the ones that did win. Like we said, Mayor, it just depends on those ballots by Monday at 5 p.m. But right now we could say that congratulations to Mr. Leroy Briones for winning. We also like to congratulate Ms. Elsa Reyes. And also Mr. Lino Hernandez is the winner for that. It was for District 2. So, and Ms. Elsa Reyes for District 1, and Mr. Leroy Briones for at-large place C. Those are the ones that I guess people were more, interested in. And then we have the elections for the school board. Emilio Galindo is the winner from that one, place 1. We have place 3. We have Ms. Linda Guanajuato Webb by a difference about, I don't know how many was it? Because I think I got the wrong one here. Or they put the same one. 1,545 to 1,377. So good effort by Edward. Good job there.
Well, me and Junior were talking about it for his first time running, and he put up a really good campaign, and he almost pulled it out. So congratulations to him. I think he's going to have a really good future in politics if he continues to do it.
So yeah, big shout out to them. Congratulations to all the winners. We're going to try to see if we can maybe get
Lino.
Let me see if I can go get Mr. Lino.
Mr. Lino here real quick as we go down now. Let's talk that runoff real quick. Well, so for sure the dance is set. We got one partner. We got one partner, which is our current mayor, Al Ariola, is in there, pending the invitation, pending si le dieron el promposo al otro. Who knows who they're gonna get? To the big dance.
That would be an awesome video.
That would be. So either Efrain or Mr. Jim DeRoos. Right now, leaning towards more Efrain under, but here with us, I'll go ahead and move over.
You're good. Thank you. We have Mr. Lino here with us. I think we've got this one, huh?
Oh, awesome. Yeah. I went around the whole table.
You wanted to say hi to everybody, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Here you go, Mr. Lino.
Thank you.
Thank you. And first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
On this hard victory that you got.
It was very interesting. I'll be honest with you. Everybody, I've been saying this over and over again. My good friend Ramiro Guzman, he's the one that told me best. You want to feel good about yourself, run for office. And you want to feel bad for you, run for office, because you find out that not everybody likes you. Yes. But I feel like I performed pretty well.
Okay. You did. Yeah. You sure did. The voters elected you.
Yeah.
Now, what is next?
For you? Right now, the next thing, honestly, is to coordinate my retirement from the city of Del Rio. That's the biggest issue that I'm going to have. Is that, a lot of people, again, they don't realize that I'm sacrificing my salary, my benefits, my vacation time, everything that I have, everything that's defined me for the last 28 years is going away so that I can serve at this capacity. And so I'm excited about the opportunity. But so coordinating that part is the first step.
Okay.
Coordinating with my staff, my peers, my coworkers, and understanding what that's going to look like for all of us without me there, and and so I have to get all those ducks in line and then get to work.
You do have great personnel there. We're fortunate enough to be able to work with them when we have to set up our screen. And I also want to thank you for always making it easy for me. When we have to,
and you know what, Memo, this is the thing, and I've been talking about this. So it's not just me; it's also like my staff and the people who work with me, and that's the type of teamwork and the type of culture that I like to develop, because I know you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you need us, you know that we're there to help you and work with you, and we do so willingly, and
they all help out really, really. I mean, I love the guys, and I know them. I talk to them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that we're best buddies, but
of course.
But you feel that wanting to help.
They're respectful. They're taking care of you, and that that comes from the culture that we've developed in my department, my particular department, and so I'm proud of them. And I was talking to one of my guys' mom, and she was like, "What are we gonna do without you?" And I said, "The kids are ready. They're not even kids anymore. Like these guys are ready. They're gonna help. They're gonna take care of you, and they're gonna continue. They're gonna move forward. And we're gonna figure it out. And now I'm gonna have some type of influence on what that looks like moving forward. So I'm excited about that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. Mr. Lino,
yes, sir.
The biggest thing, and I think I think me and you had a nice little talking there in Town Talk Live was. It's a whole different realm when you're in that chair.
Sure.
Speaking from a person that is in EDC and you go with a head full of steam.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let that same thing happen.
Of course, no.
Please fix that.
And you know what? And I'm glad that you're mentioning that, because Javier, you're experiencing what the administration and what council and what these boards and committees look like in 2026. Whereas I've been experiencing them since 1997. So I've seen when they've worked in their optimal, mode and when they've regressed. And so part of me wants to do is go back to the roots of when I remember how it used to work and be able, we used to have respect from the council to the very bottom employee, and we kind of fractured that by being a little too negative, being a little bit too cynical, being a little lacking of trust. And I want to help redefine that, because you're right. Because what you're talking about, it's a deterioration that's been a slow deterioration.
And it trickles down, right?
It trickles down, but you know what? It's fixable.
Okay.
And that's going to be my goal. My goal is to be able to provide better information, provide truer information, to be able to receive true information, and to also give the employees back the trust that they lacked, to be able to present the good news and the bad news. Because too many times employees are scared to give bad news because they feel like, man, that could cost my job. They could cause heartache. They could cause this and that. I want to get away from that, because I want them to know, like, hey, bad news is bad news, and we need to accept it. And the only way we're going to fix it is by having it in front of us. So that I'm hoping that, like, with the experiences that I have, I'm hoping that they translate into this. And I can work with anything and anybody, and so even with the personalities that might not necessarily be the best, that would typically clash with others, I think I can grab those people and I can work with them, and I can help kind of move them in a better direction, and that's my goal. I mean, so I appreciate the thought.
And my final thing, and I know we're like a couple of days away.
Sure.
May the 4th be with you.
This guy knows the way to my heart. Star Wars and the Spurs.
My wife, so it's our anniversary, May the 4th.
No way.
So can you honestly say to our viewers that are watching that you're going to bring back a new hope?
A new hope, yes, a new hope. No revenge, no, the return, a new hope, definitely.
That's what I wanted to hear.
He knows the way to my heart. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Del Rio, we're going to go to a quick commercial break.
Thank you, guys. And thank you all.
Some more congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy this win. We'll be right back. No se nos va.
It was burning in his eyes, and sleep had escaped him, too consumed by his pride. Like the lonesome and high country, he was lost in a haze, and the thoughts of what he'd do, he unloaded all his.
Extraordinary summer start at Ashley's Memorial Day sale. Discover Hot Buys starting at just $249. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 60 months. This power reclining sofa, only $44 per month. And save up to 90% off floor samples and closeouts. Only at Ashley.
La venta de Memorial Day de Ashley. Hot Buys desde $249 y 0% de intereses por 60 meses. Sofá reclinable por $44 al mes. Y ahora hasta 90% en modelos de piso. Solo en Ashley.
Deals at Ashley's Memorial Day sale. Get 0% interest for 60 months with no money down on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster. And get a free upgrade on select adjustable bases. Only at
I look good.
Okay, on the street and I got my swag on. Okay, get the money, gotta get my bag on. Okay, triple back, flip out the whole scene. Okay, all you suckers just to run that be me. So, get smacked, you looking whack. I got the big stacks, I'm pushing stacks. New outfit, you wish.
Do you have hail damage? Do you have hail damage? ¿Tienes daños de granizo? I'm Jason Schilling, owner of PDR Pros right here in Del Rio, Texas, serving our community for over 30 years. At PDR Pros, we make it easy. We pay your deductible. That's right, no out-of-pocket expense, just fast, professional repairs, and make your vehicle look brand new again. So call me today at 830-765-7377. That's 830-765-7377. PDR Pros, Del Rio's trusted name in hail repair. We pay your deductible, and we're part of our community.
Deals at Ashley's Memorial Day sale. Get 0% interest for 60 months with no money down on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster. And get a free upgrade on select adjustable bases. Only at
Yeah, your mic. I think it just needs to adjust the sounds and leave it that way, not move them. You know what I mean? Because you sound way far. Everything else sounds good except when you're singing, you can't hear you can't hear you. Yeah. And I think he has the music a little bit too loud, but we're gonna have to see how. I think the problem was last time is if he has it too loud, for you guys can hear it there, then it comes out super loud, and there's no way to. At least I don't think there's a way to lower it, but I'll have to ask Calderon. See if there's a switch that we can probably bring the music down on the output for the Facebook and for us.
You are a projected winner, Mr. Leroy. How are you feeling?
But all the other people. Yeah.
We have people listening.
And yes, we do. Yeah.
People really believed in the message and the mission. I'm so blessed and my family here at home doing what we normally do, and so I'm so excited.
We just need to adjust it so the output will sound good. Like, it sounds good there, but the output when you put it out, I don't know if there's. I need to call Jerry and see if there's a knob that I can lower the music of the CD that when you guys sing. Lower that one so it won't be as loud on the output side. Yeah, not there, but on the output side where it goes to.
I didn't think we would get here when we met with people because, we were running against two strong opponents who had already been on council before. So to be here right now is truly a prayer coming true.
Now, Mr. Leroy, as it stands with
No sería nada. I was talking and mic on.
Okay. So really quick here, I guess estaba live with us here now. Our projected winner for City Council, Mr. Leroy Briones, just gave us the final numbers there. Initial feeling again, brother.
Yeah, thank you so much. We did it. We got here. It was a big challenge. I'm a brand new candidate, new to the political world, and we're so excited we got it done. We went door knocking, we went talking, we did the work, we did the research. We went to the Fire Department Association. We talked to the police. We talked to the people who are really grinding it for our community, and they came out and they turned out in the voting polls. And I'm so blessed. I'm so excited. I'm here at home with my family, where I wanted to be because they were with me from day one.
All right, here with us also my brother también, no other than to be here, Mr. Mike Andrea. Mike, you got a question for Leroy?
Leroy, it's Mike, brother. How are you, man?
Hey, brother. God bless you.
Hey, you too, brother. Hey, first off, congratulations, man. You really did run a very good campaign. Real quick, I know you said you're at home with your family, so we don't want to take up too much of your time. We want you to enjoy the night, but What's your message to the community? What's your day one?
Man, I'm so glad that you brought that question up, because the message is going to be transparency, communication. We're going to get down to the nuts and bolts of everything that's going on, and if anything, I'm going to be the voice for my community, which is all of Del Rio. We've been on the west side, we've been on the south side. We've heard the concerns of people in Buena Vista. We've heard the concerns of people in San Felipe with the abandoned homes and with the cars parked in the front, the flooding that's going on in San Felipe that hasn't been fixed. We've heard all of these concerns, and so this is the first thing we want to start working on. Is we want to work on the police department. We know that we're lacking police department, police officers. We want to see some sort of commitment on those cadets that are coming into our academy, and that we're not being able to keep them on payroll with us here to help the Del Rio. So we want to see some sort of commitment from them to keep them here. We want to see firefighters. We love our firefighters. We want to see them being compensated. We want the help that they need. So there's a lot of work that we have to do. What we want to be sure also is that we keep our agenda and we keep our budget where it needs to be without having to bring that expense to the taxpayers. We don't want to increase taxes. We want to be sure we keep them down. We want to restore water back to the way it was for Del Rio, and we want to keep those water rates down.
Yes, definitely. Awesome, man. Again, congratulations. Enjoy your night. I'm sure we'll be talking to you more and more often, man. So congratulations.
Absolutely. I would be honored to come back and talk to you guys if you guys would give me a platform. I'd like to also say thank you to everybody who gave me an opportunity to sit down and talk to them. I want to thank all of the restaurants that I was able to go to, MCO, Skillets, sit down and meet with individuals, my meet and greets, the Placita Brown. And I know that it didn't come out the way that Mr. Lascastro wanted, but he gave us an opportunity to rent out the Placita Brown. He worked very well with us, so we know what kind of work that he can do, and we hope that we keep him on the city, keep working. So I want to thank everybody. If anybody is ever thinking about running and doesn't think that they have a chance, look at the guy that's in front of you. Look at the guy right now that's on the phone. You know, anything you put your mind to, you can do it, and we did it tonight. Thank you, Del Rio.
Appreciate it, brother. Be giving me a call here shortly. Thank you. Okay, what a great interview here. Now with us, you're still sworn in.
I'm still sworn into
Councilman, how's it going, Mr. Lopez?
Oh, doing good. Just fighting the results, and she was going to take my seat.
The seat has been, if you want to say, it has been taken.
It has been taken.
It has been taken. Now, how do you feel now? Ya en un ratito, that mantle's off. Do you feel that civic duty that you did went well?
Well, as I said from the beginning, I was an average Joe. I'm only one vote. I'm an average person. I've got nothing to do with politics. But I was going to do the right thing for the citizens, and I'm only one vote. And I didn't want to be corrupted. And I told them in the beginning. My thing is, it's kind of hard in government, especially in small towns like this, to get results sometimes. Once you're in there and realize the ins and outs, the financials, the supervisions, the departments, and the management, everything that goes into running the city, well, it's only run by the CO. The CO runs the city.
CO is
the city manager.
City manager.
The city manager runs the city. Administration with the CO run the city. That is how the charter is in Del Rio.
Mm-hmm.
So us being in council, we're a voice to the people to say, this is their concern. What can we do to help them? And our power, the council's power, is on the dais. When we're up there to vote, yes, no, spend, no spend, increase, don't increase, whatever they got to do, that's our power. Our power to make the right decisions for the city, that's best for the city, for the citizens, as to where we don't have to spend more money, we don't have to increase. But people in Del Rio want infrastructure, they want streets, they want trash, you know, the basics of quality of life. You know, having good streets and houses, and clean yards, and branches picked up. That's what the people want. And of course, economic growth.
Economic growth, yes.
But economic growth is kind of hard as well, because when you got an EDC director, it's his vision that he's got to do the vision of the city to move the city and development. And with the EDC board, it will also involved to make those decisions, to bring those companies, those infrastructure, those businesses want to come into Del Rio. And what people always want. Yes, people want better stores, more groceries, more more franchise stores, you know, that San Antonio has, and Eagle Pass got some, but we didn't get any. But hey, it's what they it's not choices to us. That's corporation. What they decided, what they want, and where they want to be, and if we don't have the spot, then they're not going to come.
Mike, any question for Councilman Lopez?
No, I mean, Councilman, just thank you for your years of service. You did very well. Do you have anything you want to say to your constituents now that we come to almost the end of your term here?
The magnet on the truck is finally going to peel off. Finally, la poder limpiarle that little part where the magnet is. But what's in the plans for the future for Mr. Lopez?
Well, plan for is relax.
Relax?
I'm already retired legally. I retired at 62. Now I'm 65. So I'm legally retired. So I'm just going to take it easy. Do honey-do lists.
There you go.
Yeah, those.
Maybe go see the kids. Don't worry about anything.
That's the real judge at home that you got to keep happy. Yeah, see. Mr. Lopez, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
But I will tell you one thing. I'll still be involved like any other council member that's being elected out. I still like to be involved to say, now I can voice out without any repercussions that say I'm tied up to ethics.
Yep. Here we go. Ahora sí.
So now I can say, I learned, I know, I want to understand now why you're still doing that.
All righty. Appreciate
I'll
it.
still be there. Call me if you need me.
There we go. Ahora sí, a little bit more reachable, Del Rio. Thank you so much. And once again, going to give you guys a quick recap of how everything is ending up here with us. The big dance. Quieren ver la mera pelea. Uno ya está invitado. Current Mayor, Mr. Alvaro Arriola, is in the dance. Ya lo invitaron al prom.
So we'll have to see who comes out between DeRuz and Efraín Valdez.
So we talked to Jim right now during the commercial break, and it was Jim was saying there's 65 ballots out there. Not all 65 are probably going to come back.
Yeah.
So whichever number that come back or what needs to be counted, his what he said was a third of those are probably going to be for Mr. Arriola. So he needs to get the majority of the rest of those. So he says it's very slim chance, but in his head it's a slim chance. But still, you don't know.
You never know. Yeah, you never know.
We'll find out Monday or probably Tuesday because they have till 5 p.m. for those ballots to be coming in, and they'll probably be counted on Tuesday. And
well,
we'll see. Go from there.
I think that's going to be it for us, no?
It's up to you guys. If you guys feel that's how. Yeah, Memo has things to do.
But I mean, I think we gave.
Yeah, everything's just a recap on.
Recap. Aquí tenemos. We had. You guys want to know the numbers for mayor candidates? Was James DeRuz with 775 votes, Al Arriola 829, Efraín Valdez 792, Lázaro Castro 178, Arturo Rodriguez 54, I believe, and Ryan Horning 97. That was the total. Elsa Reyes, congratulations to her with 473 votes. Jorge Vargas with 377. Now for District 2, we have Leonel Hernandez with 832, which is Lino Hernandez, and David Scarborough with 416. Congratulations to Mr. Lino. And then on Large Place C, we had Alexandra Falcón Calderón with 665, Leroy Briones with 1,453, and then Ernestina Tina Martinez with 563. So congratulations to Mr. Leroy Briones.
Can we give a call to Emilio? Yeah, sí. Yeah, I got him. I'm gonna give him a call here. Vamos a ver qué dice. You know, interesting. It's just that fact that came in that bond did pass in Eagle Pass. I want to see how it plays out in their eyes. You know, now that the board is somewhat staying the same. And live with us here, Mr. Emilio Galindo, sir. You are live here on our Elections Return Show, and you are the projected, obviously, the final winner here for place number 1 for school board. How are you feeling that you got that chance again?
First off, I would like to send a huge thank you to everyone for their support. It was a great showing, and just know I'm extremely grateful. I'm very happy, and I'm very humbled by the results that came out. And thank you to everyone here in Del Rio and to the community for their trust and for their support.
Mr. Emilio, now, they elected you again. We see over there, it seems like a bond might be passing, probably double than we asked. Is that something that you guys are talking about bringing back up?
Well, there's definitely going to be a lot of things to look at, right, moving forward, and we did our try-to-bond in November, and unfortunately it did not go, the way we hoped for, but we still got to keep trying, and so that's going to be a thought as we move forward to see exactly what the needs are of the district and see, what the community wants to continue moving forward with, but there's, going to be some great things to continue looking forward to, and we're definitely going to see what can be done to make the necessary upgrades and improvements to the facilities in our district.
One thing, Mr. Emilio, that you can tell yourself, you know what, as you were finishing your tenureship here and saying, I'm going to go up for re-election, pero me faltó this, I really wanted this. And now you got a chance to say, you know what, I'm going to get it done. What is that one thing that you got that itch that you couldn't finish that you said, now I'm gonna push forward through?
That's a tough one, Javier, just because there's a lot of things, as I've said, and I've acknowledged, we're not perfect. There's things that we want to continue working on. When we're working on continue to get student outcomes, trying to look at continued programs to bring to the district to help with the kids and continue for their education, looking at taking care of all staff. And then again, like we talked about just now, logistics and operations and infrastructure. So there's not one specific thing that I say that was one thing that was eating away at me. It all does, and so that just continues, lighting, that spirit to want to work on all those things thoroughly and do what we can for everybody. But again, I'm just extremely grateful and just ready to still continue working at a high effort.
Thank you, Mr. Emilio. Definitely looking forward to seeing you there. And you know what? I want to say, when I had that little one-on-one with the coach, he felt very confident that he had your guys' support for whatever he needed. So I thank you so much for that, for backing him up 100%, and looking forward to see what the football season looks like here in the coming years.
Definitely. We're looking forward to a lot of great things in the future. Javier, thank you and your entire crew for great coverage of this election. We thank you again, Del Rio. Thank you for your continued trust and your continued support. And one more time, go Rams, go Queens, go.
There you go. I see. Eso sí. Hey, thank you. Ahora sí.
That's it. That's going to be it for us. Mike, thank you very much for being with us.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you guys on Monday. If you guys have any questions or anything, we'll be able to answer them on
We
Monday.
should have by then. You think maybe?
No, it takes a couple of days, right?
Probably they think they have till 5 p.m. Monday.
Yeah,
5 p.m. Monday.
So we probably won't know till for Town Talk on Wednesday. Probably.
Okay.
So we'll try to get that information for everybody. But that's going to be.
Pero sí, there's going to be a runoff.
Yes.
There is for the mayor.
To find right now, it's between Mr. Efrain Valdez and Mr. Álvaro Arriola. So stay in the lookout.
Stay in the lookout.
Because there's still 65 votes.
Yeah.
Let's see how many come in, and then from there we still need to see how many who get coming. If it comes out, maybe if it comes out tied, they'll have to be 3. So you don't know, right? You don't know. Anything can happen. So let's see.
Yes. I also like to thank all of our great sponsors that you see on there. Thank you so much, Zal. This live stream could not be possible without our good friends of obviously 5 Points Market. We saw Mr. Rick Martinez and Miss Spanky here. Also our good friends at Shawty's Jersey. The Spurs are in the semis. Get your Spurs gear with him. Definitely shipping nationwide. Also our good friends of Shane's Bourbon House. ¿Quién va a ir ahí? ¿Quién va a ir de esta mesa aquí? Also our good friend of PDR Pros, Mr. Jason Schilling, trusted 30 years of experience here in Del Rio, and our good friends of your Ashley Home Store. And last but not least, our good friend, Mr. Robert Bo Nettleton. Think of him in November, and he just wants to make sure, he wants to thank all the voters that came out for this election. Y pues, you're going to have to come out again.
Yes.
Because va a haber más. But thank you, Mike.
Don't get tired, man. Thank you all so much.
Hey, there's only one way to take us out, and that's with Mike.
No, man, just don't forget, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Town Talk and Radio on KWMC's 1490 and on Facebook. And don't forget to tune in anytime there's news, weather, sports, anything like that. KWMC's